Right, hello everybody, welcome back to the Donington Park Assembly area. As you can see, we've got a plethora of BCV8 Championship cars lined up, ready to take to the track for race 2. It's going to be an absolute scorcher here, and the on-track action. If it's anything like yesterday, we're in for a real treat. However, it was this man who once again, Ollie Neves, took the race win, but he didn't have it all his own way. It was Neil Fowler who got Ollie off the line. Unfortunately, just couldn't keep him behind him. Let's grab a quick word with Ollie. Ollie, you didn't quite have it all your own way yesterday. Neil got you off the line, but you managed to get back.
Yeah, rubbish start, wasn't it? No, it was a good fun race yesterday, actually. It was tough. I mean, it's so hot in these anyway.
Yeah.
But it's the toughest race I've had in a while, actually. I think I managed to get the better of Neil. Could see where I was a bit quick, managed to overtake him, and then I really struggled to shake him off. So
I was actually on commentary just wondering whether Neil was just really quick, just wouldn't let you get away, or whether perhaps because of the heat you were just maybe trying to
I think because of the heat, and I think I tried something a bit wild on the tyre pressures yesterday, and it didn't really work for me. I think I went way too soft, and you can see by the wear they're all sort of been moving around a lot. So yeah, a few little tweaks today to see if we can get a bit faster.
Well, best of luck for it, won't we? Let's just grab Neil very quickly. Neil, you weren't letting him get away, were you?
Don't ask me again if I've got an answer to Ollie, because I haven't.
I'm not going to ask you now. I was just going to say, can you get him off the line again? That's what I want to know.
I'll do my best to get him off the line again, but I know he had a bad start, so we'll see. Hopefully I will.
But you wouldn't let him get away, though. That's the important thing, isn't it? No, I didn't let him get away. Top man, best of luck, Neil. He's talking to us. Here's Simon. How you doing, Simon? All right? Warm enough for you? Let's just keep moving down, because I wanted to grab a word with Jim Bryan over here as well, because Jim picking up class honours yesterday, had a very good race indeed. Let's just grab a quick word with Jim. Jim, how are we doing?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Trying to stay as cool as possible. I don't know how you guys do with all these race suits on.
Yeah, you just thought we'd start losing weight at some point, didn't you?
But yesterday's race went very well for you.
Yeah, no, it was. Well, Andy was on pole in class, and then he broke a half shaft.
Right.
Showing off trying to get out of the paddock, I think.
Oh no, he didn't, did he?
So no, I had a good race with Steve behind for a few laps, but then it was kind of spaced out. But so today, yeah, I mean, Andy should be a couple of seconds a lap ahead. It was quite close in quali, but I reckon he was sandbagging a bit. It should be good though.
We're going to find out very shortly. Did you notice a difference throughout the race, the performance in the car? Was it dropping off in the second half, or was it just able to maintain all throughout?
Well, I was 2 seconds a lap slower in the afternoon than I was in the morning.
Yep.
So whether that's the heat or lack of ability, I don't know. But
it's the heat.
It's the heat.
It's the heat.
Always blame it on it. With a book of 1,001 excuses. So yeah, everyone seems to be moaning about the heat. So as long as everyone's time's back off at the same rate, it should be fine. But no, looking forward to it.
I am too. Best of luck. Enjoy it. Try and stay as cool as possible. Let's go chat to Paul over here. We've not spoken to Paul before, so it'd be nice to have a word with him. Paul, how are we doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Good to see you on the grid.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yesterday went quite well, though.
Yeah, yesterday was good. Good fun. I mean, a little bit favoured by Steve falling off and Andy not starting, but yeah, it was good. It's just so hot.
Yeah.
So hot.
It's actually quite lucky you guys are going out now, aren't you? Because it's only going to get hotter throughout the day, so it's probably an advantage to be the second race out.
Exactly. Get it over and done with, and then have a beer.
Have a nice bath and a beer.
Exactly.
So much. Best of luck, Paul. Thanks for talking to us. Let's just move down. We've got Mark Scott over here. Went very well. We've got Wally Wardle over here. See if we can grab a quick word. Just get his helmet on, so we'll just let him do that before we jump in. How's it going, mate? You all right?
Not bad, thanks, Neil.
Yeah, yesterday things went quite well for you.
Yes, not bad. All this year I've been having overheating problems, but finally fixed that. So I was trying a bit harder, and the car was going well. Just couldn't catch Paul.
Yeah.
But and then, unfortunately, Steve lost it on the last lap and bumped us all up in position. So, yeah, good.
But got another chance now. Another chance to do it all again. I take it you learned a lot from yesterday you could bring into today?
Yeah, it's hot. So tyres go off very quick.
So the tyres go off quick, did they?
Yeah, so I'm going to try again and just try and get it round and try and do as best as possible.
Make the moves in the first few laps then.
That's it, try.
There we go. We heard it here first. Best of luck,
Cheers,
mate.
thank you.
Make the moves in the first few laps. Let's move down a little bit further, shall we? We spoke to these guys here, Steve Mackay. There's a Russ McAngus over there as well. Let's just move ourselves just on a little bit further, shall we? Catch some of the drivers we haven't actually spoken to yet this weekend. as we head down here, we've got Steve Lockhart down here as well.
Nothing
Steve.
to add, we spoke yesterday.
No, well, I wanted to come down just because I wanted to talk about the livery, because I'm a big fan of it,
Right.
the golf designed livery. Is that the only reason for it? You just like the style?
No, this car has been in thoroughbred sports and been campaigning since pretty much since its beginning. Right back to a guy called John Tadman. They've been great campaigners. Joe Parrington, who's passed, had it before me, and so I'm glad to be the custodian. I'm just trying to become a campaigner. I'm not quite got the pedalling right yet, but very proud to own the car.
Absolutely, rightly so. It's a gorgeous
the
car.
provenance of the colour goes right back to 80s.
See, I love stories like that. I love the stories like that. That's one of the reasons we do motorsport, isn't it? For the history and the stories.
Yeah.
Best of luck. Thanks for talking to us again. There we go. Let's just move on a little bit. Here he is. He's popped himself in. He's nicked another car. James, it's good to see you behind the wheel again.
Oh, it's nice to be out, isn't it? And yeah, just first thing, if he's watching, Paul, thank you very much for lending me a car. So yeah, getting me out on the track, and we'll see how far that way we can get.
Well, you're not used to starting this far back, are you? It's a bit unusual for you, this.
No, this is a bit strange. Yeah, a bit strange. But these AB class cars, from what I see, it's very competitive.
Yeah.
So getting through the cars is going to be tricky, I think. But I'm looking forward to it. But it should be good.
Top man. Best of luck. Enjoy it, James. We'll catch up with you later, no doubt. Let's move back up because it's almost time for the BCV8 Championship Race 2. I believe the Midget Sprite Challenge ahead is now finished. So we are, just to keep everybody up to date, we are running ahead of schedule. They're trying to push 20 minutes ahead of schedule. So it does mean, of course, the later races we're going to be bringing you the Cockshoot Cup and the MG Cup and Metro Cup. They are going to be running slightly ahead of schedule, so just bear that in mind. Right, let's bring you up the race 1 results from yesterday, so you can just have a little look at that. Of course, all he needs getting the outright race win. Neil Fowler running in closer, Simon Cribbs in there. Of course, the multiple class winners as well. Spoke to Jim Bryan, did we, Mark Scott as well. And it was an exciting race, actually, wasn't it? He just would not let, Neil Fowler would not let Ollie Neves get away. But can anybody stop Ollie Neves? Is the temperature going to play a factor? It's hotter than yesterday. And in fact, it's only going to get hotter throughout the day as well. So, as we just said, it's probably a bit of an advantage right now. We're going to get ourselves over because the 1 minute board is about to get up. Right, let's bring that down. Let's put up the grid for race 2 so you can just have a little look. Once again, of course, Ollie Neves on pole position, qualifying for the BCV8s. He's done, was done yesterday, and it's the second fastest lap. That puts him on pole. We're going to go now because we don't want to miss the start. So the grid is up on the screen for you just whilst we make our way back up to the Goddard Suite. We've got a lovely little spot up there to bring you more of the track action. And do comment below, tell us who are you supporting today. We can see the comments, give them a shout out, we'll read them out as well. Remember, you can watch all of our live motorsport action on YouTube if you're not watching it there. If you're on Facebook, hello, welcome. If you're on YouTube, hello, welcome. We're on My Supercar and Live Sport now over on YouTube. Go subscribe to the channel so you can watch all of our live motorsport in 2021. Live, free, and in high definition as well. How cool is that? We're also actually broadcasting on Twitter at Ian Waterhouse1. That's my handle. Do head over. And on LinkedIn. So if you're on LinkedIn, do connect with me. We're broadcasting on my LinkedIn page, Ian Waterhouse. Do connect with me. And they're also on Twitch. Have we got any Twitchers out there? Live Sport now on Twitch. Watch all of our live sport. Not just motorsport, because we do a lot of golf as well. And we've got British and Irish Lions charity game coming up soon. Right, the whistle's just blown. So we can pop that grid down. And you're about to see the cars just come around onto the Wheatcross Straight here at Donington Park. They'll go 1 lap behind the safety car, full time round, line up, and it'll be lights out for this 20-minute race. Race 2 of the BCV8 Championship is about to get underway. Don't go anywhere. Get yourself excited because this is going to be a treat. Round they go. There's Ollie Neves on pole position. Neil Fowler right there too. Russell McCarthy and Simon Cripps, Ian Pryor going through, Jim Bryan there. We just saw Andrew Young. they're all lined. Look at this wonderful stuff. This Hibbert, number 10, first race out yesterday, had a wonderful time. We had a quick chat with him as well yesterday. God, it is hot. It really is. Whilst they're going around, let's just pop that weather forecast up for today, just so you can see for yourself. I mean, we know it's going to be hot, but it's just nice to see a graphic of it, isn't it? You can see just how hot it's going to be, up to 28 degrees here today at Donington Park. Certainly an advantage for the cars to be going out now, isn't it? Plenty of shade and plenty of water throughout the day. Let's pop that down then. Slight breeze here at Donington. The flags are just ever so slightly blowing. Remember, we've got a lot of live action for you today as well. We've got race 2 with the Cockshoot Cup to bring you a little bit later. Just to remind everybody that the timetable is about 20 minutes ahead of schedule. So I believe the Cockshoot Cup is due to go out at 3 o'clock. They're now going to go out at 2:40. We'll be in the assembly area for that round about 2:30 or so, just to catch up with some of the drivers before they get back out onto track for race 2 of the Cockshoot Cup. And then a bit later after that, we'll be bringing you race 2 of the Cherished Vehicle Insurance MG Cup and the Hickford Construction Limited MG Metro Cup, because they're sharing a grid. Before all that though, we have a very special, have a little Sunday stroll through the paddock to bring you once again more live behind the scenes, see how the drivers are feeling today. We did it yesterday, we had a lot of fun, everybody's very relaxed. There's a few drinks on the go. Paddling pool, water fights, you name it. There was a lot of fun going on in the Donington Park paddock last night. It's been a real party atmosphere. Of course, all socially distanced. Restrictions being lifted tomorrow, aren't they? But for today, we're still abiding by all the government guidelines, face masks, of course, social distancing. So here they come, just to line up on the grid. Ollie Neves lining up on pole position. What a sight they make, these BCV8s. What a sound they're going to make as well. Turn that volume up because it's about to get very loud here at Donington Park. So they're just getting lined up. They really do make a wonderful, wonderful sight. Steve Lockhart down there, James Wheeler. I'm not seeing Tom Hibbert actually. Number 10. Not seen where Tom Hibbert is. I didn't see him line up on the grid. If anybody else will, do comment below. Remember, we can see the comments. But anyway, it is now time to go racing. We'll see what happens. So it's red lights, and here we go. Race 2 for the BCV8 Championship is go, go, go. And Ollie Neves gets a much better start this time. Lockhart gets a good start from the back as well. And it looks like Ollie Neves is going to hold the inside line going into Redgate, and he does. He takes the lead. Let's have a look. And Fowler holds on to second place. Pryor and Cripps going toe-to-toe, but Cripps manages to get into third. So it's Pryor in fourth, and I think Russell McCarthy down in fifth place. It was the textbook start for Ollie Neves this time. It wasn't yesterday, was it? He had a very bad start yesterday. Neil Fowler got the jump on him. Not today. It's Neves from Fowler. And it's go, go, go. Can Fowler keep to the back of Ollie Neves? We spoke to Ollie Wardle, didn't we? And he said, really, the tyres go off quite quickly, so you've got to get the job done early on in the race. We're expecting high action early on. And look at Neves and Fowler already. They've got quite a margin over Cripps, and they're only just gone through the Craney curves. That's the Schwantz curves there, and then round the right-hander into McLean's as they head round the back straight into Coppice. Through they go, and everybody gets through safely. That's what we like to see. And Neves leads once again. He's very used to being out at the front, isn't he, of the BCV8 Championship. So race 2 now underway here at Donington Park. It's going to be an action-packed 20 minutes of hot racing action here. As they're just coming down to Roberts, they're going to appear on your screen very shortly. You're going to hear the V8 engine thumping, and there they go. Listen to that. And Fowler's getting incredibly close, isn't he? Can he have a little sniff down Redgate? No, he can't. Neves holds the line. It is Ollie Neves, the outright race leader here. Just to remind you, a number of classes here. There's Class D, the fastest class, Class C, Class B, and Class A, B, all running. We'll bring you up to speed of everything as it happens here, and all the classes breakdowns certainly throughout the day for you too. After this race, we're not done with the BCV8s as well. We're going to go for a Sunday paddock walk as they start to pack up, have a chat with some of the drivers. One of the cars just pulled in. I didn't see who it was. I'll find out for you though. Oh, and it's Paul Corey. We just literally spoke to him as well. We just literally spoke to Paul in the assembly area. He's pulled into the pits and he's out of the race. He's going straight into the paddock. So Paul, he had a great race yesterday, didn't he? Unfortunately, his weekend is done for the BCV8 Championships. Great to have him back though. So it is Neves from Fowler, Cripps, McCarthy, Pryor, Young, Wells, Bryan, Tovey. We've got the Wheeler car 61. Then we've got Farsi and Wardle, Scott, Mackay, Lockhart, Wheeler. That is their Wheeler 21. See who's in 61 actually. So there goes Cripps over the line. There goes McCarthy. There's Ian Pryor. So McCarthy's got back past Ian Pryor. 67 is Young. 72 is Wells. Bryan is 74. Tovey 57. 61 is Wheeler. Is that Johnny Wheeler then? As the cars come thundering over the line here, let's have a look. There's a Russ McAngus going toe to toe. That's actually with James Wheeler, isn't it? Because James Wheeler's using Paul Raymond's car for this race. Big thank you to Paul Raymond for that. So the only change really on that lap was Wardle got past Farsian for 11th place. Ollie Wardle in Class C, Babak Farsian going very well in the championship in Class AB, of course. And here they come around one more time. They get very, very thick and fast, doesn't it? 16 minutes left on the clock of this race. It's going to almost be non-stop action very soon. There is Neves, there is Fowler. And Neves just extending his lead ever so slightly. It's almost deja vu from yesterday at the minute, isn't it? With Neves and Fowler pulling away from Cripps in third. But McCarthy sticking close to the back of Simon Cripps. So the top four have got themselves a bit of a lead here, haven't they? 10 seconds separating the top four. There's Ian Pryor coming over. There is Young. And look at this, Bryan, Wells and Tovey having a fantastic battle down the Wheatcross straight. That's what we like to see. It's Andrew Young, Class C leader at the minute as it stands. So Jim Bryan trying to, he'll want to get close to Young, won't he? That's for Class Honours, of course, so we'll keep an eye on that battle as it happens, although already Neves and Fowler are coming round Coppice at the top end of Donington Park, down onto the back straight, then they'll head through the final chicane here. Roberts, it's not flat, you've got to lift off a bit, you've got to get the power down as you come out to get as much traction as possible down the Wheatcross straight into Redgate. Here they come. There is Ollie Neves, 2020 champion, and he's looking good for the 2021 championship as well. There goes Fowler over the line. There is Simon Cripps. There is Russell McCarthy. And a slight pause, isn't there, in the break before Ian Pryor appears. There he is. There is Andrew Young. And here's a great battle as well. It looks like Jim Bryan's dropped back a little bit. Tovey has got past both Wells and Bryan there. So Ben Tovey making a move. That's Class C. That's a great battle. So Ben Tovey, Jim Bryan and Steve Wells with Andrew Young all going toe to toe. Class C's really lighting up here for the BCV8 Championship. And Mark Scott leading the honours in Class B once again. And it looks like Farsian, Babak Farsian is the leader in Class AB. So that brings you up to speed with the class leaders as they stand. Like I said, the action coming thick and fast now. 13.5 minutes left on the clock. Straight there is Ollie Neves already. Fastest lap so far from Neves, a 1:17.601. It's actually quite a short lap time, isn't it, on the Donington Park National Circuit? Of course, we don't use the old Melbourne loop behind us with the Heineken bottle. That's more of the bike circuit. So a relatively short lap, isn't it? Very fast lap here at Donington. A sweep through the Craner curves. Oh, we've got somebody off up at McLean. Somebody's off at McLean's at the far side. And it looks blue. It's not Cripps, is it? Let me keep an eye on that. Let me have a look. And it is. Simon Cripps is out of the race. He's out of the car. And that will surely be... are we going to have a safety car? Because it is right on the side of the track. Let me just wait and see. We've obviously got waved yellows up there. So we've got a yellow flag. Simon Cripps is out of the car. And I think he might have just lost control. It doesn't look like he's parked it at the side either. So what are they going to do about that? Are they just going to leave it? I don't. It's difficult to see, isn't it, how close it actually is to the track here. So we've got double waved yellows through the Schwantz curve into McLean's at the far side of Donington Park. Neves coming over the line once again. Simon Cripps out of the race. Hibbard, unfortunately, we saw him in the assembly area, couldn't even take the start. So Hibbard is out, Corey's out, and Simon Cripps is out of the race. So I'm pleased to say we're going to get this done without a safety car. The crane is there just to move the car safely. Of course, no overtaking under double waved yellows, which there's quite a lot of battles going on at the far side, isn't it? A little bit disappointed at that, but it does promote Russell McCarthy into third place. Class D is really lighting up, doesn't it? Jim Bryan's got back past Wells. So Jim Bryan back past Steve Wells. But it is Andrew Young who's leader in Class C, Ben Tovey second in Class C, then Jim Bryan third and Wells in fourth. So Class C is really lighting up, isn't it, here? Class B, it is once again Mark Scott who's taking the lead in there. But Stephen Mackay is now on the move as well. He's just got past Babak Farzin, of course different classes, but it does mean Mackay is now just one place behind Mark Scott on the track. So Class B is far from a done deal yet either. Oh, Neil Fowler sounds like he's got a big problem there. So Fowler, do we think Fowler's got a problem? He came out of Roberts there. It sounded a bit poorly, didn't it? Russell McCarthy is hunting him down and he's closing the gap quite substantially. It is Neves who's got a 13-second lead. But do we think Fowler might have an issue with the car? He's overheating a problem. That could promote McCarthy up to second. That means Pryor could be on for third. Or could it be Andrew Young might even get third if he get past Ian Pryor's having a good old battle, isn't he? Tovey's trying to close down the gap. There's Bryan and Wells going toe-to-toe in Class C. Exciting stuff. There's action everywhere all throughout the Donington Park circuit. It's BCV8 Championship Race 2 and it's go, go, go. And there's action everywhere. Now it looks like they've managed to clear Cripps' car. It's still waved yellows over there. I imagine that might stay for the entire race, but look at this. Mackay and Babak Farzin in different classes, but great on-track action, as you can see, just heading down the weak cross straight there. There's Ollie Neves just going through as well. He's got a comfortable lead. Now, what we want to see is where is Fowler? Does Fowler have an issue? We're going to find out very, very soon. Here comes Fowler. Did Fowler just make a mistake then? Because it looks like he's managed to get a bit of a gap over McCarthy. There goes McCarthy up the line, number 93 now. And it doesn't look like he's really managed to close the gap a great deal on Fowler. Did Fowler just maybe put a foot wrong or something coming into Roberts? Or a bit further through the track? Because he had quite a shaky exit, didn't he? And look at that, Andrew Young has got past Ian Pryor. So Andrew Young, although he's in Class C, He's actually fourth on track outright. He's just got past Ian Pryor, who's Class D, although Ian Pryor's just made the move back past round Redgate, so expect that battle to go on for the remaining 8.5 minutes of this race. This is what we like to see, on-track action absolutely everywhere. There goes Mark Scott in a yellow 49 Class B leader. Picked up the honours yesterday. He's looking good for it as well today. In fact, he picked up the Class B honours in 2020. He was the outright champion for Class B. There goes Ollie Neves, your outright overall champion in 2020 and Class D champion. And he's looking good for the title once again. Steve Mackay and Babak Farzian having a resuming battle once again, heading down into Redgate. It's fantastic stuff, isn't it? And it looks like it is Steve Mackay who just holds off Babak Farzian. Although that brings in James Wheeler into the mix as well. James Wheeler has got past Lockhart on that last lap, so James Wheeler's having a bit of a flyer as well, up to 14th place. 3 cars out of this race. Simon Cripps, Paul Curry and Tom Hibbard are out of this race. Tom Hibbard couldn't even take the start, unfortunately. That was a real shame. Paul Curry pulled into the pits after lap 1 and Simon Cripps, the car was beached up around McLean's. It's now been moved out the way and we are green flag racing all over the circuit. Right, Ian Pryor, as we said, just got back past Andrew Young last time round into Redgate and he's managed to hold on to it. Ben Tovey though, Ben Tovey is closing the gap. I'm sure he's closing the gap as well to Andrew Young. Of course, that's important because that is for Class C race win. There goes Wheeler Wardle. Oh no, we've got somebody going very slow indeed. It's Jim Bryan. Jim Bryan pulls into the pits. Oh no, what a shame. Jim Bryan was competing nicely in Class C, but he pulls into the pits, and I think Jim Bryan's race is run. In fact, that will be his weekend over, unfortunately. What a shame that is. So there's Fowler. There is McCarthy, and McCarthy's a lot closer this time round. Perhaps he's thinking, hang on, I can get second place here. There's still 6.5 minutes, or just under 6.5 minutes of this race left to go. And Russell McCarthy is looking to make his move on Neil Fowler at the closing stages. My oh my, this is exciting stuff. There's still over 25% of this race left to go. Plenty of action left to happen. We've seen so much already. And it looks like Russell McCarthy is going to try and make a move on Neil Fowler very, very soon. Ian Pryor just coming over the line with Andrew Young as well. They've been having a good ding dong. But Ben Tovey is not out of this in Class C. He's looking like he's just getting a little bit closer to Andrew Young in front of him. Is that going to be a last lap dash as well? It's going to be a thrilling finish here at Donington for the BCV8 Championship. It's getting close everywhere. Do not go anywhere. You cannot go anywhere now. You've got to see this out with us because it's fascinating stuff. Ollie Wardle just getting a little bit wide at the exit of Roberts. There is Ollie Neves, your race leader in Class D and outright race leader as well. Mark Scott coming over the line, another leader, Class B leader. He picked up the race win yesterday and he's getting the job done again today. And here they go. This is a great battle. Steve Mackay, Babak Farzian. Different classes, Steve Mackay Class B, Babak Farzian Class AB, but they're having a fantastic tussle, aren't they? And in fact, if anything, that's actually bringing James Wheeler into the mix as well. So everybody's been promoted. And I can tell you, McCarthy, looks like McCarthy's got past Fowler. McCarthy has passed Fowler. I don't know where that happened. Well, let's see. Let's get confirmation for ourselves. Let's see with our very own eyes, shall we, whether that is actually the case. But according to TSL, Russell McCarthy has got past Neil Fowler to take second place. There goes Pryor, there goes Young, there's Tovey. Oh, huge drama here for the BCV8. Huge drama. I just wonder if Neil has an issue with the car. A couple of laps ago, we saw him coming out of Roberts quite slow indeed. Wells has dropped back quite a bit now in the tussle in Class C. So still, Steve Wells has kind of dropped out of that Class C fight. There goes Johnny Wheeler as well. He's in the mix. So there goes Ollie Neves. Right, let's see. Is it going to be yellow or red? Yellow or red? That's what we want to know. That's Mark Scott, so don't get too excited. Well, do get excited for Mark Scott, yes, because he's the Class B leader. But we just want to see who's in second place. Is it McCarthy? Is it Fowler? Is it going to be yellow or red? Fowler is red. And it is, oh, look at that, it's McCarthy. He's just in front of Neil Fowler. It is yellow. Russell McCarthy is in second place. Neil Fowler drops down to third place. This is in Class D and outright as well as it stands on track. Well, huge drama. Like I said, I am just wondering if Neil Fowler's got potentially a bit of an issue with the car. So we're going to go for a paddock walk a little bit later after this broadcast and find out for you, get all the answers to all the questions here. Toby's just not quite able to pull in Andrew Young. Is he in Class C? Calm before the storm, isn't it? So just let you know, Ollie Neves, he knows he's got a comfortable lead of 25.5 seconds. His best lap in the race was 1:17.601. His last lap was a 1:21.050. He's still 3 seconds faster than anybody else out on the track, but I think he might just be seeing this one home. 2.5 minutes left on the clock of this race. It's looking like Neves has really run away with this one, doesn't it? Mark Scott just going over the line. He looks hot for Class B honours here today. And I'm very, very sad to say I think we've lost James Wheeler as well. Car 21, James Wheeler, I think has gone through the pits and is out of the race. That's a terrible shame. He's borrowing Paul Raymond's car, and unfortunately he's had to come in and park it. The heat playing absolute havoc here at Donington Park. It is baking hot. 28 degrees are expecting it to get up to in a few hours or so. 2 minutes left, under 2 minutes of this race still to go. There goes Pryor. So this won't be the last lap, but it will be the penultimate lap of the race, we think, unless Neves can get over. In fact, he might even do it. Let's see. Let's see. Is this the penultimate lap, or is the next one the penultimate lap? Let's see. Depends how quick he comes. There is Ollie Neves. Right. That is Ollie Neves. Now, as he goes over the line, the clock ticks down to 1:20. His last lap was a 1:21, so I think this is the last lap of the race. It's going to be right on the line. It's going to be very tight, so we're going to have to keep a sharp eye on it. But yeah, I think this could be the last lap of the race. No changes throughout the order recently, so it's Neves, McCarthy, Fowler, Pryor, Young, Tovey, Wells, Wheeler, that's Johnny Wheeler, Wardle, Scott, Mackay, Farsi, McAngus, Lockhart, Walpole. They're your 15 runners and riders. That is the order on track. There's Russell McCarthy and Neil Fowler. We've lost James Wheeler, Jim Bryan, Simon Cripps, Paul Curry and Tom Hibbard from this race. So Neves is just going around McLean's. There's 35 seconds left on the clock. Will he make it or not? I wonder if he knows as well. I mean, it's that hot, he might be thinking, hang on, I could just slow down for a few seconds here. Let the timer run down. There goes Pryor. There goes Young. So looking good for Andrew Young to pick up Class C honours, doesn't it? So here we go. So yes, this will be the last lap of the race. There is Ollie Neves. He's going to come over, surely. Surely he's going to take the checker flag, and he does. Ollie Neves makes it a pair of wins at Donington Park. Congratulations. Literally just as the clock ticked over to the zero. Congratulations to Ollie Neves. He picks up the race win. So we're just going to see, is it going to be McCarthy? And now I can tell you Steve Wells has crossed the line in 7th, which means he cannot now win Class C. Wardle's over the line as well. Ollie Wardle also in Class C. There goes Mark Scott. Mark Scott comes over the line and he takes Class B honours. There goes McCarthy and there goes Fowler. So it is McCarthy in 2nd, Fowler in 3rd on track. And that's how it finishes in Class D as well. Here comes Stephen Mackay. He comes over the line. Just to confirm, of course, then that Mark Scott, your Class B winner. And looks like Babak Farzian has picked up Class, has he? Yeah, Babak Farzian picks up Class AB honours. So fantastic stuff. So congratulations, Ollie Neves. He picks up the outright win. He also picks up obviously Class D honours. Class B goes to Mark Scott, who also makes it a pair of class wins this weekend at Donington Park. Fantastic stuff from him. Andrew Young picks up Class C honours. Well done to Andrew. And Class A-B looks like it goes to Babak Farzian. Wonderful, wonderful on-track action here. This was high drama indeed. That was a wonderful exhibition of the BCV8 Championship. If you watch this and you've enjoyed it, there is a link in the body of this broadcast. It takes you straight through to the BCV8 Championship website. Do click it if you want to find out more. If you have questions, you can contact the team, James and the team at the BCV8 Championship. They'll be more than happy to help you out with any queries you may have. So do click it. And find out all you want to see about the BCV8 Championship. Let's just pop TSL up onto the screen so you can see for yourself. We're giving everybody a wave as well. There you go. There's the results as they stand right now. Of course, we do just we'll just wait and get the official classifieds. I'll bring you that in our paddock walk as well. There's Mark Scott just coming through. There's Neil Fowler finishing third. Just wonder, like I said, we'll try and see if he had an issue. Let's pop TSL down just so we watch these cars come in. There you go, Steve Makida. There's Babak Farzi, and we believe he's got Class A-B honours. There's Russ McAngus. There's Steve Lockhart, number 29. There is Andrew Young as well. Wonderful driving by Andrew Young to pick up Class C. Here's Ben Tovey just coming into the pit lane as well. He'll appear in your camera screen very, very shortly. The white and blue. All right, let's just pop that TSL back up onto the screen so you can just have one final look at the action. As to how it all finished up. It is the story of the weekend is once again Ollie Nees making a pair of wins in the BCV8 Championship. Mark Scott also making it a pair of wins in Class B as well. Andrew Young getting the job done in Class C here today. And we'll get it classified, of course, but we believe it's Babak Farzian, your A-B class winner. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations to everybody in the BCV8 Championship. Let's just pop that TSL down. And I can tell you that rounds out the on-track action for the BCV8 Championship this weekend at Donington Park. What a treat it's been. Two incredible races, but of course it is Ollie Nees once again who takes a pair of outright wins. We're not quite finished with the BCV8 Championship just yet. We're going to get over to the paddock very shortly for a Sunday stroll through the Donington Park paddock. We're going to be back live probably in about half hour, 45 minutes or so to bring you the action live inside the paddock. We'll see you soon. Thank you.